Good evening, everyone. And see, I'm just here this evening to actually address a very strong matter in my heart. And this subject matter that I've actually heard of people talk about. And I feel if we actually want the revival that we desire to come into a reality, there's a need for us to begin to live our lives according to the patterns of the scriptures. Because if we don't live our lives according to the pattern of the scriptures, it will be difficult for us to actually lay hold of that which God has proposed in Christ Jesus for us, even from the foundation of the world. And what is this subject matter? I've heard people talk about the fact that yes, we got born again so that we can make heaven. Hell no. Who told you? Where did you learn that from? Where is it enshrined in the scriptures that the aim and the reason why God sent his only begotten son to die for us is so that we can actually make heaven? No, that is not the reason. God doesn't waste resources. If he actually gave up that so much resources, then definitely there is a need. And it is still for the same purpose of fulfilling his first mandate in the scriptures. And that which you can find in the book of Genesis, chapter 1. Taking from verse 26 to verse 28 and 29, you see the intention of God for creating man. So the reason why God sent Christ to get us born again is because he still wants to fulfill that same intention. And what is that intention? Is that you should have dominion. You take dominion over the earth. You subdue the earth. So God did not get us born again so that we can make heaven. Making heaven is just a reward for faithfulness. It is when you are faithful in that which God has committed into your hands. That is the reward that comes with it. It is just like a side attraction. It's something that you will get as a reward. But the aim why God got us born again and created us firstly in the beginning is so that we can subdue the earth. The reason why you got born again is so that you can live that life of Christ. Paul said, I am crucified with Christ. He said, nevertheless I live. He said, the life I live now. He said, I live not after the flesh, but after him who gave himself for me. So the aim is for me to live after him who gave himself for me. Not for me to live, not for me to get born again and begin to just wait, see when I'll die. If God wanted, the only reason why God wanted you born again was so that you could make heaven, he could have just allowed you to get born again and you die that very moment, because that would have been the aim achieved. But the aim is that you get born again and live the life of Christ, that you live as God upon earth and you are able to reflect the nature of Christ here on earth, so that you can subdue the earth, so that you can become that which God has proposed in Christ for us all. So dear brethren, did I get born again to make heaven? No. Will I make heaven for getting born again? Yes. But the main aim is that I get born again, live the life of Christ, let Christ be reflected in me. I should win the world for Christ, subdue the world for Christ, let men see Christ in me and call me Christian, just the way the apostles did at Antioch. Let Christ be reflected in you and I, so that we might be able to bring back that same revival that we all desire. We are the instrument of that revival. We are the hook that we actually make the revival to burn more. But if we all are running after making heaven, then you will see that the main intention of God will not be fulfilled. Will I say it is not good to make heaven? Yes, it's good to make heaven. But you see that it becomes easier to make heaven if our vision and our focus is to please the Father rather than looking forward just to make heaven. If you keep looking forward to make heaven, I'm sorry that at the end we might not be able to make heaven, because we are not engaging the rule of the game. It is when you stay by the rule of the game that you are able to get the reward at the end. So dear brethren, to make heaven is just a reward for us being faithful and for getting born again. But we did not get born again so that we can make heaven. If we got born again to make heaven, then we should die the very moment we gave our life to Christ. God invested so much in us through getting us redeemed back to the Father. Christ has invested much, not for you to waste it. So dear brethren, tell that friend of yours who is just thinking about making heaven. Tell that brother of yours who got born again and sat at home and waiting for the coming of the Lord. Tell that sister who just sat at home and is waiting for the coming of the Lord that is a waster of resources and is not being faithful in that which is committed into his hands. He will make heaven if and only he walks by the rules of the game. Don't wait for heaven to come. Leave heaven